Yeah, let me trade because that's Carlos and mine. You guys need to be up here, so. Oh, okay. Yeah, Gargard, you want it.
Members.
But there's another 5 here.
Yeah, I think that's right. 12.
5. Whoa.
No. You were math right.
Oh, that's 14 is correct. 14 is correct. I've got 5. You guys go. I got 5.
These were saved.
And then there's
Two add-ons.
got it.
Yeah, okay. 7. I got 2 steak nuts. Oh, yeah. She might have like type deal. They said 5 minutes. Yeah, this Oregon kind of. I love you. No, yes, no.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I went to that. Yeah, because I first just like
Good morning, MESA USA, last day, woo-woo! Okay. Did we do better with the breakfast? Say thanks, Dr. Tracy. Now you know I'm the only one that didn't eat. So you guys, I'm glad that you're happy. So welcome to the final day, the award ceremony, the recognition for our family gathering, get together to compete in the best way we know how from across the United States in STEM. So what we're going to do is acknowledge something right now. We have videos that were never shown, right? And we're just hearing that today, and my team takes a lot of pride in making sure that you all feel good when you come to Philly. So what we're going to do is we're going to show everybody's video again right before we do the gift exchange. Oh, really? But what I really want to do is I want to make sure that you know that you were absolutely welcome here in Philadelphia. Did you guys enjoy the River Room last night? Was that good? Now, how many students were here last year? Okay. So, just you two? Congratulations. There's just a few of you who were here last year. Were the activities better this year than last year, or about the same? About the same, but you liked them anyway. Okay, so we did well. 2 years in a row. Where does MESA USA go next? Arizona! And so, having said that, I see my dear colleague, Rudy McCormick, and Manny, where you guys going? I want to acknowledge the leadership of MESA USA. I'd like to recognize and have you all recognize the national board that puts this together, including the NEDC, National Engineering Design Challenge Committee. So I'm going to acknowledge, I'm going to go alphabetical. Arizona, which is recognized by California, which is recognized by For those of you who do not know, how many of you know where MESA began? California, so we always recognize California. We know you all are cray-cray sometimes, but we still love you. Who's next alphabetically? We have, Colorado's not here this time. Maryland, great state of Maryland, recognizing Mr. Dwight Carr. He gave out the best chocolate candies from Maryland yesterday. They look like a crab, it was awesome. And so his team as well. Who's next? Oregon? New Mexico. And so I did Oregon before I did New Mexico. First Tony Begay from the great state of New Mexico. Tony leads MESA USA's legislative initiatives, and we'll talk about who the new officers are. Did I say Oregon? Where is Tong Zan? Doctor? Oregon. And you know, having a PhD does not mean that you know your alphabet. So, where is my team from Pennsylvania? Those states. And we also have our great state of Washington State. James Dorsey, who is the nationally recognized leader of MESA USA, outgoing president, also the tenured leader of Washington State for at least, I'm not going to say how many decades, because I love him and he don't want him mad at me. And who else? We have our great state of Utah. And so what we're going to do is, did I miss anyone? Hawaii's not here, Illinois is not here, Colorado's not here, and we are expanding, right? And so we'll talk about other states for next year when we go to Arizona. What I'd like to do though is introduce a really dear friend of mine, recently achieved his PhD. He started as a Temple Engineering alumni member. Dr. Kendrick Davis, who's going to bring welcomes and a proclamation from the mayor of the city of Philadelphia.
All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning. All right, that wasn't good enough. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. All right, So the reason I made you do that again is because we're here to celebrate a wonderful opportunity. We're here to celebrate you. We don't celebrate STEM enough in the city, the state, in this country, and so when you have an opportunity to celebrate yourself and the great work that you're doing, do it loudly, do it proudly. One more time, good morning. Good morning. So, I'm not going to read the entire citation. That would take too long. But I do want to bring greetings on behalf of the mayor. We often have conversations and meetings about using STEM and technology and things like that to improve the lives of Philadelphians, and really try to use the great things that are happening in the city of Philadelphia to improve things that are happening across the state. I mean, use things that are happening as a model for not just the state, but for the country. So the proclamation reads, the city of Philadelphia advocates for all of our children to be as prepared as possible for successful professional careers. We'll start with a well-rounded and supportive education. Having proper resources and instruction is especially important in the vital sectors of science, technology, engineering, and math, which is the gateway to lucrative and life-changing industries that can help grow our city's economy and improve the quality of life for all people in Philadelphia and beyond. The city of Philadelphia salutes the educators and organizations who ensure all of our young students have the opportunity to become part of a skilled, dynamic, educated, and productive workforce. This organization's impressive accomplishments have had a substantial impact on its communities. 90% of MESA students are from underrepresented groups, 85% go to college, and 70% matriculate into STEM degree programs. The students work with teachers and college programs to tackle some of the largest STEM-related issues in our world, and these significant lessons and skills will prepare them for valuable careers. From Wednesday, June 20th to June 22nd, Pennsylvania MESA and Temple University will have been hosting the annual MESA USA National Competition in our city. The participants of middle and high school teams competed from a pool of 50,000 students to reach the finals, and each will showcase their designs and have been showcasing their designs to create a issue to solve in their community. The strenuous competition includes a performance test of their design, technical, oral presentations, poster board, and submission of technical papers. So it is fitting and appropriate, therefore, that the city of Philadelphia officially recognize with this citation, Pennsylvania MESA, you all, your great work, your teachers, your mentors, everyone who's been supporting you to get here, and commend this tremendous organization for providing enriching and high-quality STEM education programs to an often underserved segment of our population that will enable them to improve their lives and help grow this thriving portion of our city, signed Jim Kenny, our mayor. And so I just want to certainly read the proclamation. I will give this to you. Me standing here speaking today is especially fitting because I am at Temple. I majored in mechanical engineering here at Temple University, and then went on to major in robotics at the University of Pennsylvania. And so I get what's happening. I get sometimes, it's tough, it's hard, but it's the work that needs to be done. And if anybody is prepared and fitted to do it, it's you all that are in this room. And so I appreciate your students, your teachers, your parents, organizers, everybody who gets up and decides to continue to do this day after day. So thank you, welcome to the city, and congratulations to everybody.
And as your hostess, I'm absolutely going to say, we have been delighted to have you in our city. We look forward to you having a safe departure from our city, but that's not until we get the awards out of here, right? Now, one of the things I think is extremely important is that you understand how important it is for policy leaders, legislative leaders at every level to support education that allows us to keep doing this work. The first time I met Kendrick Davis, he was an intern at the School District of Philadelphia, and to see him rise through the ranks as we've been rising through MESA has been extraordinary. But Kendrick's work depends on a city council that supports in every one of our localities. There are people working on the other side to make sure we have opportunities to jobs that are based on the kind of work that we're doing at the high school level, the college level, and certainly after college. So I'd like to bring Councilman David O. to bring remarks on behalf of the City Council of Philadelphia.
My father was born in China, back in 1914, Manchuria. And he told me a saying from China, and it goes like this: when a village prepares for the next year, it plants corn. When it prepares for 10 years, it plants trees. But to plan for the next 100 years, it must educate a new generation. And so truly, you know, we all depend, I have been and have had an opportunity to make change. But my life depends on you, what you're going to do. And my children's life depends on what you're going to do. And so your leadership in this area is so critical. And so we thank you for being among those who engage in math, engineering, science, and achievement, for being engaged in STEM, and for being part of this competition, a national competition. I was thinking about October Sky. Anybody see that movie? Did you cry? I cried. Such a touching, listen, wonderful stuff, and wonderful to have you engaged in it. So listen, I wish I could stay to see who gets these wonderful awards. I do have a 10 o'clock appointment, but let me say the reason I want to be here, I chair a committee called the Committee on Global Opportunities and the Creative Innovative Economy. It was just started 6 years ago when I got elected. I'm not a scientist, I'm an attorney. Why do I say that? We need a lot more science, a lot more engineer, a lot more math people making the decisions that need to be made in terms of policy. We struggle in our country to be competitive and fair, to have equity in education and provide everyone with opportunities. You in mathematics and science and engineering, others in music and athletics and literature. But unless you have your voice, policymakers and legislators like myself will not really know what to do. I have to have hearings to figure out what's going on. And someday I hope not only will you excel in your field and contribute to all the technology that we need and all the solutions, but you yourselves will take the helm of being that leader and ensuring that our nation is fair, is advanced, and also ensuring that your voice is there to speak for a global solution. Thank you so much, and good luck.
Thank you. We'll come present to your committee very soon. The next person I'm delighted to introduce to you. So how many of you finished your surveys of the students? How many of you guys finished your surveys? All right. Because I remember I said at the tables, no surveys, no awards. I didn't hold those hostage, okay? And we do have paper ones, thanks Ahmed. What I wanted to do is introduce, though, the students who finished those surveys. How many of you indicated that being a part of MESA helped you with sort of your college-going thinking? How many of you think, has MESA helped you at all? All right. So one of the things that we think is important is that within MESA, we keep you thinking ahead, right? The future is right now, we need you to think forward. Michelle Lazama, who is the new president of the National Action Committee for Minorities in Engineering, which is one of the nation's largest scholarship funds for people who are entering college, has agreed to come here. We met like maybe a month ago, and she agreed on a dime to come up to speak to MESA students about what it means to be from where you are, who you are, wherever you start from, how you become competitive, and then how you start to access resources to go from where you are to the next level. All right? You guys, I can't believe you guys are right next here. Like, weren't you this tall? Right? So what I'd like to do is have MESA USA please welcome Michelle Lazama. She brings remarks on behalf of the Good morning. Good morning. All right, Dr. Davis told you how to do it. Good morning. Good morning. Outstanding. As Dr. Bracy said, my name is Michelle Lazama. If you start to think the word lasagna, you'll get on track phonetically. I am president and CEO of the National Action Council for Minorities in Engineering. And I want to focus my talk today on my title, President and CEO. Such a big title. I represent a board of directors of Fortune 500 companies who put resources on the table to make sure that students from the United States are able to have access to rigor in engineering and computer science in our nation's most rigorous top universities. My title wasn't always president and CEO. And I didn't always think that I would be standing before you with this title when I was your age. For the students in the room, how many of you are 12th graders? Excellent. 11th graders? 10? 9? Outstanding. 8? Woohoo! 7? 6? Uh-oh! Oh, and they're in the front row. 5th graders? Wow! Congratulations! Wait. What? You're about to go to 6. That is correct. Now, how many 5th graders? Is that the youngest student in the room? Outstanding. Give yourself a round of applause. So for all the students in the room, everyone that raised their hand, how many of you are going to college directly after you finish 12th grade in high school? Whose hand isn't raised? Everyone's hand should be raised. Everyone's hand should be raised. Every student's hand in here should be raised. Right? To be competitive in the United States, you have to go to college. There is no other option. And we at NAPME want to make sure that all students who are interested in going to college have access to do that. How many of you are going to major in an engineering field? What do you mean, maybe? Raise your hand high. How many people said maybe? How many people are maybe? Why are you maybe? Oh, excellent. You're going to be a teacher. How many of you want to major in computer science? Okay, just a few. Outstanding. You know what? I wanted to be a teacher too. I wanted to be a math teacher. Right? So I love math. How many people love math?
Right, yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm a grandchild of a Baptist minister, so this call and response is a part of who I am from a religious standpoint. So I have to know my audience in order to be able to give these prepared remarks. I wanted to be a math teacher. And I'm from New York City, not too far from here, from a socioeconomic background that did not allow me to even think about college because of purely economics, right? And the thought of college was really far from me. So all of you are much more ahead than where I was. And I was thinking, okay, if I go to my local community college and take some classes, I'll figure out whether I can get a job as a secretary or something that I had immediate access to. But I loved math, right? And the jobs that I saw in my neighborhood, what people did every day, didn't really allow me to leverage the fact that I loved math. So I said, okay, maybe I could be a math teacher, but I'm not sure how I'm going to afford college, right? So my mother back in the day was fortunate enough to really be aggressive about her child's education. I'm sure the parents in the room are in a similar situation. And she looked up what careers are out there that involve math. And she found the career of engineering. And this is before computers. I'm a little bit older than all of you. And she found out about engineering and how that if you like math and science, that engineering is a viable career choice. I thought engineering was a person who drove the train that I took every day to my specialized high school. I had no idea. I wasn't in MESA doing national competition work to understand that engineering is far broader than that. So through her research and then me being intrigued about math-based careers, I ended up majoring in engineering at Northeastern University in Boston, primarily because of their co-op program. Now, engineering and a college degree was something that was really important back then. It's required today. If you want to be competitive in the United States, you have to have at minimum, a bachelor's degree, okay? And then if you want to actually advance in your career, you really have to think about graduate education. Now I know all of you are between 5th and 12th grade, and you're here because you've done outstanding work for this competition, but you are well suited to go after any dream that you want. And I want all of you to dream big, And a career, an educational career, and a job opportunity, an industry career, an academic career in faculty, in engineering and computer science will open up so many opportunities for you beyond your wildest dreams. I wanted to be a math teacher, and I was convinced to go into engineering because of my love for math. I went to Northeastern University, did a co-op program even though financial issues were relevant to me. I was able to afford paying for my college education because of the ability to work in real jobs. My first co-op was with IBM, a large company, and they paid me a real salary. When I got that first check as a sophomore in college, I was like, wow, this is what engineering can afford you. This is what kind of opportunities that I'll have access to. And I was like a sponge when I was at IBM. I spoke to my manager about what his educational background was. I talked to all the other engineers that were in cubicles next to me to talk about their dreams and how they got access to this job. And I encourage you, all of you, to do that. You are involved in a phenomenal program. Every time that you're involved in an activity, go up to someone, ask them a question, tell them what kind of career that you're thinking about, what you like. Ask them why they decided to go into the career that they're in. Ask them how they got to the level that they are today. Be a sponge. Ask questions. Old people love that. We do, right? Old people. We love when kids come up to us and say, oh, wow, what do you do? How'd you get there? How can I be like you? Someone says, how can I be like you? I'm like, I smile. It's exciting to me that someone sees something in my background and they want to understand that. So don't be shy. Go up to professionals and talk to them about what they do every day, what did they like when they were your age as far as subjects are concerned, and find out about different careers, okay? I did that at my first co-op job at IBM, and it really opened up doors. And just thoughts about what I should be doing. It was by a hook or crook that I got into my undergraduate program. And then when I started talking to other engineers and find out what they're doing, and what really changed my course was talking to people who were managers, directors, vice presidents, people who had these big titles. Because they had engineering degrees, right? Even though that they were doing management and high-level work. I'm like, well, you don't do engineering every day, but I did do engineering. And because of that background, it gave me access to this overwhelming career that I love. And talking to people who love what they do, who don't go to work, but go to do what they're passionate about, is a phenomenal thing. To be able to work. How many hours do we work in this country? When you have a full-time job, how many hours per week do you work? They say it's 40 hours, but it's more like 50, 60, right? So you want to be able to have access to career opportunities that you love, so it doesn't feel like work. And going after a technology degree, an engineering and computer science, if you really like what you learned through this competition, you want to get paid to do what you're passionate about. And that's a good life, to tie income to passion. So when I started working, and I actually ended up working full-time for the company that I interned with while I was in college, I was like, great, I made it. I got a real job, my family was happy, my church members were happy, everybody was happy. And they thought that was it. The baby made it, was the saying, right? Then I started looking at people who had these positions, and they all had one thing in common, a graduate degree. So in order for me to get promoted, now I gotta go back to school? Yes, Michelle, you have to go back to school. So I applied to universities to be able to get my master's in engineering, right? And I really did what I'm encouraging you to do, is to talk to old people to find out what they like and what they don't like, right? And in order for me to be president one day, to be CEO of a company one day, I realized I had to understand business, right? Not only did I have to master my craft on the technology side, I also had to understand how to run a business. So I decided to get a master's in engineering and an MBA in accounting and finance, right? Because then I could show the marketplace, not only am I competitive on the technical side of the house, but I understand how to run a business. And my friends, who were also thinking about being competitive, when they got involved in engineering, they got involved in research. They said, I want to be able to create the best new thing. I want to create new knowledge. I want to be able to invent something. I want to be able to control the work that I do every day. And in order to do that, they have to get a PhD, a doctorate in engineering, right? So there's multiple career paths for what you want to do. And from 5th grade, whether you're in 5th grade or in 12th grade, it's your job to engage in experiences like this National MESA competition that I'm so proud of you for doing. It's your job to talk to as many old people as possible to find out what their likes and dislikes are. It's your job to be able to figure out what you like as far as a major and go for it. And lastly, it's your job to dream big. And once you dream, it's your job to get tools in the toolbox to get access to your dreams. And arguably, in 2018 and beyond, those minimum tools in that toolbox is a college education, and to be competitive, it's a graduate education. I was a little girl in the South Bronx, extremely poor, never thought in my wildest dreams that I would be president and CEO one day. And I stand before you as someone who engaged in a number of projects, just like this MESA National Competition, that gave me access to so many people that helped me along the way. I am passionate. I'm not a morning person. She asked me to come here at 7:30 in the morning. I live in another state. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get here in the middle of the night. I arrived in Philly last night at 1 a.m. I don't like getting up in the morning, but I love seeing all of you. I love seeing the possibilities of your future. And I'm hoping that this competition is just the beginning of you going after your goals in life. So I congratulate you today. Make sure that all of you go to college. Next time you get that question asked, raise your hand high. And not only will you go to undergrad, you're going to go to graduate school too, just as sure as I'm seeing all of you today. So thank you for engaging in your future, and I wish you all the best. Thank you. And we'll make sure that President and CEO Zama's contact information is available for those of you who are interested in looking at the scholarships that are available or that she can connect you to if you're not eligible for hers. All right? I wanted to ask ask your indulgence and ask a very, very good friend and mentor of mine, actually, James Dorsey from Washington Mesa. I'd like to invite you to the podium. What do they say? You go. So, how many of you know Mr. Dorsey? So if you've been in Mesa for more than a year, you should know James Dorsey. I don't know how many of you have actually been mentored by someone your age or a little bit older, like us old people. We actually still need mentors too. older. You know, I was going to talk to her about saying old. Seasoned, okay? If you're under 30, you call us seasoned, okay? We're not old. We'll be rolling in the streets over here. You're in Philly, okay? You're in North Philly. There's something to be said about North Philly, but I'm going to go back into my PhD mode. Because what I'd like you to do is, I'd like you to join me in giving a standing ovation to this man who is leaving the MESA family, technically, but never totally, to take on another global challenge to help more people do what he's really helped guide us to do as a part of MESA for the last 35 years. He's been a part of MESA, and somebody finally got him to leave us a little bit. You know how far that's going to go. So I'd like you to join me in saying thank you to James Dorsey for his years of support. I want you to know that he has handed the baton over to me to take over as president of MESA USA. And so, great job. Now, to what we're waiting for. Now again, how many people finished their surveys? We'll go upstairs and check. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call, you all are familiar now with Gina Blois, right? Maisha Boyd. And who's here? Jay Bagley. Okay, so we are still lining up the videos for the gift exchange, and then after the gift exchange, we're going to take our traditional MESA everybody picture, okay? Just letting you guys know what the flow is. Awards, video gift exchange, and then the picture, and then I hope you get to enjoy a little bit more Philly before you leave. All right, so what I'm going to do is ask these young ladies to manage the award distribution. MESA directors, do you all mind if they just do it directly, or do you want to come up? Do you guys want to do that, or are you okay if they do it? Okay, they want you guys to do it, all right?
Okay, so I'm going to announce middle school, and my beautiful other half, Maisha, is going to announce high school. So, for middle school, for technical interview, for third place is Maryland. I would say no. For technical interview for second place, California. For technical interview for first place, New Mexico. Now we're going to move on to project report. So for project report, third place, Washington. Congratulations, guys. second place, California. Good job, guys. So the project report for first place, New Mexico. Good job, guys. So for prototype pitch for third place, Maryland. Good job, guys. For prototype pitch for second place, New Mexico. Good job, guys. For prototype pitch for first place, California. Good job, guys. For poster for third place, California. Good job, guys. For poster for second place, Arizona. Good job, guys. For poster for first place, New Mexico. Good job. Now for overall. So for overall, third place at the middle school level. Okay, Maryland. All right, one more round of applause. For second place, for overall at the middle school level, California.
I think we should all just go home and maybe try to do it tomorrow. No? All right, so for technical interview, third place we have New Mexico. Congratulations, guys. Congrats again, guys. Second place, we have California. First place, we have Utah. Okay, so she's by herself. She's representing her team. They get to meet her. Report. Third place we have Arizona. One more time for second place, we have California. So first place project report is Oregon. you guys. Second place is California. That's all you hear. First place poster goes to Utah. So I just want to say before I announce overall, I want to say thank everyone for coming, and everyone is winners in my eyes. I definitely was very impressed with everyone's project. I'm graduated with a civil engineering degree, so middle school and high school definitely impressed me a lot. So overall, third place is New Mexico. I think they're trying to take a picture, so make sure you turn around, guys. All right, next. Congratulations, overall winners. So second place we have California. So I need some more excitement before I take the first place. I need some drum roll. So overall, first place is our lone wolf from Utah. So right now we're going to play the video of, okay, I'm handing it over to Dr. Racy. She's going to tell you this next.
So what we're going to do right now is, you see that amazing gentleman over there who has the video camera? So he's an award-winning videographer. And what I think is the best and safest and fairest thing to do is, Tim, you caught me on tape asking you to do a full compilation of the entire event as a movie. And then we'll put that on our YouTube channel for everyone to have. So all of your videos that you submitted, all of our activities, how many of you guys took pictures during all the outings? You guys have some photos? What I want you to do is I want you to upload those for us. And we're gonna actually make a full video that includes the video from this collage. Thank you, my future engineer. So is everybody okay with that? Because I don't want to show some videos and still have, we were having a problem downloading one from YouTube. So it's just not going to be as fun as it could be. So you guys okay with having a movie of your 2018 MESA Philadelphia experience? Yeah. Tim, are you okay with that? Thank you. So having said that, yep, we're going to send out a link. And for those of you who didn't know, In case you didn't know, we've been live streaming this around the world. So we've had people in other countries who've been watching this as it's been going on. So right now, remember someone was talking about climate change and around the world, so places that are looking to us for engineering education are now watching this. And we have Brazil, we have Nigeria, we have Ghana, we have England. So we have a lot of people who are looking at this on that live stream. So say hi. Now, what we say we're going to do now, we're going to do the traditional MESA picture, right? That means everybody's going to...
Wait, no.
Oh, the gifts! Wait, guys. Are the gifts for me? I know we did. I'm taking y'all out later. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the gift exchange. You guys have a certain way you want to do this year?
So we're gonna go by stage.
All right, so if Arizona could come up, high school and middle school, with your gifts. All right, if one person from each team could tell me like what you guys broke and maybe like good news or something. Hold on guys, I need y'all to kind of settle down. Hello, is this thing on? All right, so we're gonna have them just say,
so we have some 3D printed snakes, some duckies.
From Chauncey, so we're bringing the heat from Arizona.
all right guys, they're gonna hand those out and then we can have California come up now. Give them to the kids first. Make sure you give them to the kids first. Let's make room for California. Guys, come on. All right. What you guys want to say? What you guys broke and
We brought postcards, mints, and USB pencils.
And then we got lanyards for everyone.
lanyards and some bags from the high school and middle school. So you go come out. Kids first. The young adults that are parents, make sure you get yours from every other school. Merlin. Okay, New Mexico. Oh. Merlin, sorry, make Merlin. It's okay. So Merlin on their way up. High school and middle school.
So crafts are a big part of Maryland, and that's why crab flared ships.
All right, guys, you can come back, settle down, back this way. All right, so they said they were on craft flavor chips because crafts are a big thing in Berlin. So if New Mexico, high school, middle school, come up.
got a couple little items on our bag. Thank you. All right. First, we have a postcard that has the Balloon Fiesta on it, which is a big big festival in October in Albuquerque. And a bunch of hot air balloons. It's pretty awesome. We got like cows and all right, excellent mayonnaise. Main ingredient, spiciness. Sunglasses, because we're right next to Arizona, and it's hot over there, and I kind of just chili peppers, because man, we love our chili in Mexico. We got a box. And the box has a phone stand in it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We got 2 pens, which is better than 1. We have a little notepad with calendars on it, so you can write down when you want to travel to New Mexico. And we have little cards. Well, we got a magnet that has the UNM on it, which is our University of New Mexico, and a little pin for your bags and places that has the Z on it, which is our flag. Another pin. And this has MSU, which is American for Engineering. Thank you.
Well, thanks to New Mexico. Utah. Oregon. So Utah and your Oregon can both come up because I did call them.
Okay, can you guys just sit down for a moment or play their gift exchange? Come back. Come back. Alright.
Hi, so we have buttons. Button.
Then we have pencils, and usually write something down those people.
Thank you. And you talk?
Did you guys all get? You want my shirt?
Yay. Oh, where's the thing? We're waiting for PA. Where's the middle side? Where's your partner? So everyone make sure you don't leave because we still need to take a picture. So what do we have, ladies? We have color pencils from Washington and a sharpener. Thank you guys. PA, I don't know where they are, but high school, you guys can go. Here we go. PA, all right, guys.
get a Utah pin yet? Did you get a Utah pins yet?
Thank you.
Since we're also encouraging you to come visit the city of Philadelphia, we always have to go to the mayor and Jim Penny himself and get you all a piece of the city. Any building you want, you go right in.
We brought in water and
So guys, the PA, we have water ice. I think they're outside in the lobby. Everybody go get some water ice from out there. Okay. Excuse me, everyone. Everyone. Hi. We have someone that wants to make an announcement.
Hello, I am Tonga, I'm the executive director of Oregon MESA, and we brought actually some extra gifts for the winners, the overall winners of middle school and high school. So we actually brought for, I believe it's New Mexico and Utah, right? So for the for the overall winners for middle school and high school, we actually brought these inventors notebooks. So we have one for each of the overall winners. So I believe it's Utah and New Mexico. So they're from the Lumsden Foundation. You put all of your great ideas in there.
So if New Mexico middle school and Utah high school would come over here so she can give you guys your gifts. So guys, everyone, if you are not exchanging gifts right now, yeah.
Sorry, I'm pulling that I just need everyone's attention really quick. You don't have to sit down. In fact, you'll probably just be better standing really quick. I just need everyone's attention. So just pause the gift exchange for like 2 seconds.
Everyone breathe.
I promise this won't take long. I just need you to pause the gift exchange for 2 seconds. I need everybody who is a part of the Pennsylvania MESA team to come up here. Please quickly come to the front, including Dr. Brady. Everyone who's a part of the Pennsylvania MESA team. Staff, I'm sorry. Thank you. The staff of Pennsylvania MESA, those who are part of the organizing team, please come to the front. Staff, everybody. One more, right? Get the team. All right, really quick. So I know I asked you to pause the gift exchange a little longer than you anticipated. So all of you. So you all been here for 3 days total, right? Have you all been enjoying yourselves? Yeah. All right. And I want to. She didn't plan this, but I want to. I wanted to bring up the Pennsylvania MESA team because I'm sure that they put so much energy and effort into putting us together for all of you, not just inside the College of Engineering at Suffolk University, but planning all the outside activities. I'm sure they've done much more than what they were paid to do. I know it's a labor of love, but it's also something that takes a lot of hard work and dedication. So I want to first of all acknowledge the hard work and dedication of Dr. Bracy. I think very few people have walked with you on this journey as you fought a good fight in the College of Engineering and around the city and bringing opportunities like this and making sure that Pennsylvania MESA exists and doing the competition here. And I also want to acknowledge the Pennsylvania MESA team, please. All the hard work and dedication I'm sure that you all appreciate them much more, or just as much as I do. So can we actually give them a standing ovation for this, for what they've done for the last year? Thank you again, and back to our regularly scheduled program.
Thank you so much. So, if we can move towards the circle lobby, towards the steps, so we can get organized in like 10 minutes and take this really big photo of everyone. Please, everyone.